Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. This is the first Hepros stream in Suimore. And so, I would like to first start off by introducing our beautiful, amazing adventurers. And so, we're going to start off playing... Man, I'm going to mess up this name because I always do, and Seefro, you know it. Didysis. Hey, how about that, Seefro?
Yeah, nailed it.
Okay, just give us, what's the name of your character?
Didysis, Sparnuotasis.
Didysis. See now,
Sparnuotasis, best character.
You know I'm always going to forget that. Just thought I'd give you the heads up on that one. Yeah, I really do try. I'm being honest, I really do. But yes, okay, so we have Seefro playing Didysis, who is a human variant with an Oath of Conquest Paladin. And we have off to the side, I believe is... Oh no, I have forgotten names. One moment. It is... Brooklyyn is on the side of Seefro's character there, which I'm going to never say the name of ever again. And give us the name of your character, just real quick, just so I don't mess it up. Brooklyyn, maybe?
Yep, it's in fact Brooklyyn.
Brooklyyn. It's just Brooklyyn. Okay, so we have Brooklyyn, who is played... But I hate my notes. I need a quick second. Just to look over everything. I love how we waited. So just as like a little preface, we waited so long to start. And I just stood here and just absolutely have whiffed everything as we've gone through, which is just great. But yeah, so we have Voldy playing Brooklyyn here, the red-cloaked character up in the top corner. Then down beneath that, we have... Finding names, because I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. We have Arthur Loxley,
hello,
who will be played by Heavy. Yep, little hello there.
Hi.
And then we have... Making sure Loxley is how you say that last name.
Yeah, that is how it's pronounced, Loxley.
And then I feel like this is the easiest name for me for some reason. We have Tom, who is playing Mira.
Yeah.
A simple, good name. The one that I actually remember off the top of my head and I don't screw up, which is just silly.
Actually, it's Mira.
No!
No.
But anyways.
It's Mira.
Now, one moment, I will give us a good introduction and we can lead right into this. So, first off,
physical notes.
Getting out of the way. Yeah, I know. I do have physical notes. I don't like keeping things online, but or on the computer. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hello. I do see everybody coming in, and it's really lovely to see you all. Thank you for coming to this absolutely improv-y stream. It's going to be a mess, and we're going to love it. So, we have met all of the players. Now, time to introduce the lovely world of Suimore. Hold up. So, our story takes place in Suimore. Suimore is a nation divided into three. There is a continent divided into three nations. The three nations being made up of Nesnea, a nation that supplies the other two. One that is made solely off of economy, one that thrives from trade. To the north of that is Aglar, the nation of technology. From them, many advances through technology and the use of what is within the world to advance it. And then, off to the east, there was Hepros, the magical nation. An empire built solely off of magical, just everything magic. You have floating islands. You have fields and plains of magical, like, anomalous effect. You have things all throughout this nation that seem to warp around the idea of just magic. They even go as far as to having schools completely dedicated. Their capital is built within a floating island. With that, we take place on the Elmnor Peninsula, an area to the south of the Heprosian nation. That's a work in progress. And so our intrepid adventurers are wandering along the road. And as we would come down to these adventurers, I would like each of you to give a brief description, and we will start with Seefro. What will it look like as your character seems to be walking along the road?
As we're treading this road, you see a fairly tall man of decent stature coming along, plated from head to toe in steel with curving patterns of gold, and what isn't covered by steel is hidden behind a long purplish coloured robe. He doesn't say much. He's got you can't make out anything below the helmet. All the cracks and openings are just pitch black.
Is there anything your character might say in this moment as you're kind of just walking along? Any kind of like offhanded comments or anything like that?
I think I'm just
chilling.
making my way.
Okay. And so then we also have Voldy's character here. Give us a brief introduction of your character and kind of what they might be doing as they're walking along the road.
Look, Brooklyyn is pretty short for the average human. He's about 5'0". He's got fair skin, a couple scars running down the eyes. He doesn't really have too much to say, just walking down the path.
Right. Okay. And then we will have... Let's actually go to Tom. And I want to give you have you give a brief description of your character.
I'm green.
You do be kind of green.
Specifically a goblin, a Veridin, correct?
I am of Verdun, and I just play guitar.
Wearing some leather on there.
Some, not
some leather, not
some
entirely.
Leather. The jacket.
Yeah, the shiny leather jacket.
Yeah.
Yes. And then to our last but not least, QC.
The first you see of me is me crawling out of a bush. I'm wearing a nice purple coat, nice lovely turquoise shirt, and the first thing you notice is me saying, "How the fuck did I get here?"
As you would, having just crawled out of a bush. And maybe we'll find out whatever the heck that was about later on. So, as you guys would walk along the path, I'm going to throw you guys just right into this. You would see something up along the road. Specifically, you would see a cart above you. And you can go over onto the next screen here, to where we have the scene set, if you would like. So, love it's titled Battle Camera. This poor guy, you guys are about to just wreck this poor single guy. Okay.
Oh, you know.
So as you guys would walk along, there is a person up to the top of this screen that you guys would approach, and they have a cart drawn by a horse. You would see food on this cart, and this person seems to be in a bit of just a situation. They seem to be stuck. They're scratching their head. They're looking down, and they don't really know what to do with where they're at. So, I'm just curious, how would you guys approach this person who's just kind of sitting here first off?
I don't imagine I would approach the guy.
You would just walk by them?
Well,
No,
man's
I would
in
just
the road.
I would keep a distance.
You'd keep a distance.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have to walk past them. They're on the way. I mean, if you wanted to, you could go through the woods. Also, you guys can each control your characters, yes?
No.
Yep.
On Roll20. You should be able to click them and move them around.
So, what seems to
Tom,
be
are
the
you
issue?
having trouble?
sir.
Oh, one moment. Hold up. Can you control your character, Tom?
I can, yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So as you approach them and you ask that, this person would look over and be like, and you can see that this person has a bit of a white beard, kind of scruffily. They're wearing sort of a farmer's outfit, something just kind of rags and tatters, but you can see that they have kind of like a straw hat by their side that they're just holding on to. They kind of fan themselves every once in a while where they're talking to you. They would be like, oh, well, you see, this tree fell over right here, and I don't quite know what to do about it. It's right in the middle of the road, and there's rocks on the other side, and I don't want to hurt my horse. I was wondering if I could get somebody to help me move along this tree. I don't really have anything I could help to repay you with, but if you did, it would mean the world to me, as I need to make the shipment.
What's the shipment?
You would look into the cart, and you would just see a lot of just, like, fish. You would see a lot of just meats kind of stacked on to each other, and along with it, a lot of chunks of ice like kind of scattered along it. That's the one thing you would also notice about this area, is that it is a colder area, but as you can see, this guy's just kind of keeping his meats refrigerated as he's going. He's trying to keep things nice and comfortable for the food, and he's trying to make a good shipment. So, as you would say, ask this though, he would look over, he'd point at it, and he'd say, well, I'm trying to ship some food to the town up. Pelkert up there.
I suppose we can try give you a hand. Looks like
we can
a
do our
mighty
best.
tree.
Well, if you would, that would be mighty helpful. As you say this, he kind of goes over to the log himself, and he just kind of like shoves against it. He doesn't really have an easy time doing it. If one of you wants to help, now would be your time to help.
I
Oh,
go
good
down.
man.
Who
As
is
the
the
sh-
strongest?
I
So-
can push.
So basically, all of you are helping at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's no need for a check for this one. As you all go up against the log, it slowly is rolling out of the way. Sorry, I can't show it on the map, but just imagine it that it is rolling out of the way. And as this log kind of rolls out of the way, this guy is just seems like he kind of even takes a step back as you guys finish it off, and he's like, "Amazing, thank you! Wow, I never thought it'd be that easy with this many people, but gosh, we got that out of the way real quick." And this log is kind of crumbled away as you guys have moved. As you could see, it wasn't just like a log that was like intentionally cut down for any reason. It was like a dying dead log that seemed to have just fallen in the middle of the road. He seems to kind of like make sure all of his wares are good. He gets up on his horse and he says, "Thank you so much. You'll never know how much this means to me. If you see me up in Pelkert, come by. Maybe I can give you a slab of meat. Something for just, for helping me out." And then he kind of seems to just like start getting his horse going. He was really quick to just kind of get off. You could tell he was in a rush to get going where he was going.
I'd imagine meat spoil pretty fast.
Yeah, he's trying to get to where he's going so he can sell his stuff.
We got
So-
these guys meats.
You guys would walk along the road for a long time after that. You wouldn't have seen him. He would have disappeared off into the distance. At this point, it would be midday, and you'd be walking along, seeing these beautiful spruce trees off to your sides, some of them slightly frosted. There's a little bit of just snow, very light layer on the ground, although it's not shown on this map, because heck, I don't have the time for that. And you would notice that there's just a slightly brisk breeze. You can imagine it's coming from off the ocean to the western kind of like area, west-southern area. So as you would be walking along this road, you would see something in the distance. There is a tower that seems to be ahead of you. And you would all be kind of just walking in this general direction. I'm going to give you guys this opportunity while you're just walking in this direction. You can imagine that that's the next town. If you wanted to talk to each other, to, like kind of converse, get to know each other a little better at all. Anything?
Well, we all seem to be going the same way.
I'm sorry, I don't remember catching any of your names. I'm Arthur. I don't know how I got
Brooklyyn.
here.
I know how I got here, and I'd prefer not to say it.
Well, I don't know
Trustworthy.
how you got it right. Where are you going exactly?
Just wherever there's information.
Information for
I
what?
don't know.
Something of mine.
You know what? I've got nothing better to do right now, and I do love a good walk, so I'll join you.
Walks are nice.
Right.
I'm currently heading away from Elmnor. Not with any particular vision.
So as you guys are kind of like walking along, as you're approaching this tower, you would also see off to the western area, there is smoke kind of billowing off in the distance. Not anything unusual. It looks like there's an encampment off in that direction. That's just something you guys would also notice very easily as you're walking along. It is a slightly cloudy day, so it would be a little hard to see against the clouds, but you see it nonetheless. And as you would be walking forward, you would soon approach the town, specifically the town of Pelkard. Just as it's reaching kind of like noon, you can see that the sun is just above that horizon, kind of sitting there. You guys have moved over, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Next map. I'm just making sure you guys see the next map or no?
Ooh, nice.
We do.
That is a
This
big
is
map.
Yes. So you guys have now come to the entrance of Pelkard. I have custom made this map, and I am not ashamed to absolutely just flaunt it. It took me forever to kind of put this thing together. This is my
This is
pride and
awesome.
joy here. But yeah,
Dude,
I'm gonna
this
try and make more things like this for you guys. I want to make some more custom maps and make them more detailed to go along, kind of learn better how to do this kind of stuff. I've really enjoyed doing it just for this one. I mean, I spent all of yesterday. I had to have enjoyed doing it. Otherwise, I would have just kind of thrown together a bunch of blocks and said, it's good. But Pelkard is a town that... Hold up. What's going on with the music? I mean, is there another one? No, that's the same song. Gosh darn it.
At least this one can't be blamed on me.
No, this one's all me.
Well,
That's good.
I did it in the
the
wrong.
early technical issues were mine. Sorry about that, everyone.
I just want to go to a tower and try to earn some money. Or
I'm
So,
up some money.
what I think is money.
Could do with a bit of money.
as you guys would approach this town, you would see that in the center there is a very large tower-like structure made of brick. Off of it, it has tents just draped off of it at the town center. At the town center, there's lots of goods being sold. Many of you would understand at least what's down here at Pelkard, having lived around the Heprosian area. Specifically, the history of this town is that it was once upon a time the capital of the old Hepros Empire, and that this large center structure was actually sort of like a castle of sorts that people would be in. And you can also find remnants of walls kind of along the town, and there's typically arches over top of most of the pathways that branch off. So, off to the north, you can see that there's a farm. That's a local farm that's just like there. And you'll find many kind of like areas where there's tents that are selling food. The blue buildings I'll describe here for you are just taverns. You can find those in each of the three quadrants, one in the northern smallest quadrant, one in the eastern largest quadrant, and one that's kind of southern western area. And then also at the top, if you guys wanted to buy gear, if you guys needed to buy anything of like that kind of stuff, there is that purplish building. That one has a smith. So I'm going to lead you guys just kind of like to move around the town for now if you wanted to. I just like to say that this town is not exactly bustling, but you can see that there's some activity. There's people standing about, kind of like draped in some warmer clothes, kind of trying to stay comfy. You could see some people just kind of wandering about, doing their daily stuff. You'll see horses going back and forth along the road, passing you, kind of going south, some going north. And you'll find a lot of that kind of busyness throughout this town. So, do as you do. Find yourself some stuff to get done.
All right, sounds good to me. Do any of you have any business in Pelkard?
I
What's business?
think I need to just gather where I am. Hold on, is there a place we can stay nearby, just for an hour or two?
Oh, I suppose we can look for one. Hopefully, a place with drinks.
Just
Definitely
being
a
that you
tavern,
guys
then.
are at the entrance of this town, you would notice, like, as you're kind of walking up this path, that right off to that western section, you would see that large building, and you can even see a sign that's probably right on this corner that just says tavern, and it just like points back that way. Specifically, the tavern seems to be owned by somebody named Peggy, and it's called Peggy's Place is just what it's called, and it just says nice little homey tavern is what it says on that sign.
Be
I
nice
suppose
place
that's
to
where
sit
we
down,
go.
I
Seems
assume.
like a lovely place. Lovely establishment.
So you all would kind of head there.
Sounds good.
So, as you would head over to the tavern, I don't specifically have a map for you here, sadly, but I'll just give you kind of description. As you'd walk up, you'd see some tables. There's somebody outside that just seems to be like sitting at a table there, just kind of leaning over it. They're chatting with people as they go by, and they seem to be the person that's also selling the rooms. For some reason, they seem to be selling them outside. And as you'd walk up there, they would be like, hello, can I interest you in a room?
How big are they?
And they say, well, a room typically can fit 2 people. We can supply an extra cot if you needed to, just to sleep on the ground. So that's how you'd fit 2 people per room. Specifically, I'm going to say that a room's going to be around like 2 gold a night. We fancy ourselves a little on the higher end. We actually have ourselves some nice accommodations. You'll have free food in the morning. Also, may I say, the warmest tavern in these cold nights.
Hey. How about I just play a little song after dinner and then I can stay for free?
Oh, a musician. Well, I mean, we could definitely give you a discounted price, but I can't do this for free. I mean, we still have to make a business, you know. If you wanted to, you can roll persuasion. I forgot to say that. I can absolutely change this and veto it. If you roll good.
I'll roll for persuasion.
Yeah.
14.
14. You know what? He's slightly convinced. He starts to think about it a little bit. He's like, well, actually, you know, we have been lacking on some entertainment. How about this? If you want to, I will lower the price. I'll give you maybe, say, 5 silver will be the price instead.
That's a deal.
However, and then they kind of like hold up their hand, like as if they were about to shake, but I'm going to say something else. However, I need you to play 2 times. I'd like you to play once tonight and once tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that can be arranged, I think.
And you know what? Since I'm feeling a little generous, I guess because of it, I might give you guys a little bit of a discount. Do any of you others have some, I guess, skills that could be used to help out the tavern? Because I would absolutely love to discount you a little bit more if you have something to help us out with.
You can help around with.
I suppose I could help tend the bar.
Well, I don't really want people behind the bar. I was thinking more skills, like as in, showing off some kind of entertainment. But I mean, you know what? It's okay. I'll still give you guys a little bit of a discount just because you guys are coming in as a group. I'll give you 2 rooms. 5 silver. We'll do it, say, a gold per room.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
1 gold per room? Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's quite a discount. Hey, remember to go tell your friends about this one, huh?
Oh, we will. We'll tell them all about
Absolutely.
the, Mira, what's the name again?
I don't think it matters.
We'll tell them.
We'll tell them.
As you can see, this guy is really like salesman-like also. He really is trying to push it. Immediately after, he's just like, he's holding out his hand and he's immediately talking to the next person who seems to have walked up to his side, waiting for the money. And he's just kind of like holding out his hand, kind of waving, wondering who's going to give him the 2 gold pieces.
I suppose
I'm
we could do
gonna-
1 gold each and then just change it up every night.
I don't want to stay too long.
No, true.
I can just pay if you guys don't want to.
I mean, I'm fine.
I don't know. I just grab or what I think is money out of my bag, but it's actually just a pile of rocks. I put it in his hand.
So before anybody could put the money, you put these rocks in his hand. He's waving his hand for the money. When he gets the rocks, he immediately tries to put them in his pocket, and he's like, "What the heck?" He looks up at you after having tried to talk to this person. He like puts up his finger to like shush the person he was just talking to, and he's like, "Why did you just hand me rocks?"
They are nice rocks.
Mira,
Well,
Mira,
isn't
that
that money?
that wasn't money here. That's not money.
Are you trying to scam me?
No.
Now listen,
no.
I know a scam when I see one. I'm not taking these rocks. These aren't no magic beans. He chucks the rocks behind him.
No, sir,
Immediately,
sir,
a little
we can
tiny
explain.
plant
We can
sprouts out.
Brief explain.
I'm just kidding.
I'll pay for the room. And I hand him 2 gold.
You hand him 2 gold immediately. He's like, okay, thank you. You better watch out. I might be charging extra. Of course I joke, though. Anyways, I hope you have a nice night. And he just kind of like just points off to the door, and he begins talking with the person he was talking to again. As you guys would walk into this tavern, you'd walk in and find that it's quite a small tavern space, actually. And specifically, you would see that there's an older lady playing on a sort of like piano off in the corner. They seem to be doing very nicely, and everybody seems to be very much enjoying the music in this smaller location. You would see that there's stairways that go up to an upper level, and you weren't really described which room was yours, as this guy was in such a rush, he kind of just pushed you off. But as you walk in, there is a person at the side of the door, and they say, "Okay, hey, how's it going? I overheard you bought a room. Here you are." And they kind of like walk out, and they just immediately bring up some keys. They just hand them to you, and they look like almost like a brother to the person that was out there. And they're like, "Hey, just letting you know, you ever need a drink or anything, bar's open 24/7. We'll get you a drink. Of course, gonna cost you something, but that's okay. We always get you something if you need it." And he kind of just walks over. He just kind of stands there and just keeps on listening out the door to make sure that sales are being made. And you can see over near a bar, there is kind of like a younger woman tending the bar. And there seems to be maybe a few other people kind of sitting at tables around this tavern.
I look at the key and just ask what the key is, or what a key is.
There is 2 keys on a keychain, by the way, just so you know, because you got the 2 rooms. So you ask this guy that?
Yeah. Well, what are keys, or what are they?
He looks at you, and he has the most blank expression you've ever seen on somebody, or specifically on anything, since you don't really see many people, Mira. But immediately he's like, "What are keys?" "Well, you see, you put them into a door," and he kind of like, as an example, takes like some keys, takes the door that's to the front of the tavern, closes it on somebody that was just about to walk in, puts it in the keyhole, and he's like, and you turn it, and it locks the door, and then you unlock it by turning it again, and it unlocks it. And then he opens up the door, and the person that was just there was kind of like a little furrow that they had just been closed out of the tavern like that.
Poor guy.
Poor lad.
They still walk in, of course, but they were just annoyed. Now, did you need any help with anything else? And he's like, "I mean, you got your keys. You can head off to your room." And you can see on the keys also, it says a little room number. They specifically say 203 and 202.
Is there any way to make money in this town, sir?
Oh, making money. Well, sure. I've heard that there's some farm work that can be done up in the north. And I've heard that there's some, I know that there's a bit of an issue happening around the town square lately. There's been a lot of talk about, well, for one, a lot of travel, I've heard, something along those lines. And I know that there's an issue with a bandit encampment somewhere, but that's all I know. And that seems to be all he says, and he kind of goes back to handing people keys as they walk in, if they bought a place or not.
And Didysis is going to walk over to the bar.
I'm gonna
It's too
follow.
early to go to our rooms. I'm going to go sit.
So you would go and sit at the bar?
I go and sit.
I go and
Okay.
sit next to him.
Same.
You go sit?
Got nothing
All
better
3
to
of you
do.
sit? Okay. Mira?
I just
Tom?
fall over, face on my face.
After learning about the subject of keys, you fall over face first.
It's too much.
Yeah, very
Man's been
complex.
traumatized.
He's like, "Dear Lord, this is how keys work. I can't believe it."
It goes in the
Oh
door.
my goodness! It goes in the door. So, are you actually serious that you fall over?
Yes.
Make it. Make a Constitution save.
Okay. 11.
You just passed what I was thinking. Okay, as you fall, you seem to kind of like not injure yourself. You're smart enough to fall without putting your face first. You don't take any damage. That's all I wanted to put down. I just wanted to see if you were gonna like absolutely face plant or not.
Did we nearly
Anything
have
under
our
that.
first point of damage done to a wooden floor?
Yes.
What's
You
a
did.
floor?
Did we nearly have fall damage be our first?
Yes. Fall damage was nearly your first damage. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna make sure that you guys are being at least a little smart here. Come on, guys. So, being in the tavern, you would kind of overhear some chitter chatter. Specifically, one thing that you would overhear while you guys are all kind of like sitting at the area is, well, first off, you'd be offered a drink. They would immediately come up to you and be like, "Hi, what can I get you? I could get you a good old tankard if you'd like. We only charge about a few copper, I think. We're pretty cheap as far as it comes on our beer."
I just like some water, please.
I'll pass.
Oh, okay. So some water, and she just goes over, fills up a tankard instead with some water, pulls it up, and she's like, "You don't have to charge anything. I'm not charging anything for the water. That's of course on the house, as you would hope." And they sort of look over to this group of, well, interesting individuals. One in completely ironclad armor, little green Veridin, 2 human variants, and they go, "I'm just a little curious. What's a group like you doing around town?"
I have no clue.
Well, no clue. I mean, you gotta have something you're doing. At least you must be heading north, right? Most people aren't heading south these days. It seems to be more people are trying to move out of that area.
Last thing I remember, I picked up a book and a sword. I passed out, woke up in a bush. The sword is gone. I hope it wasn't stolen. And now I'm here. Gotta say, not the worst night I've ever had.
Oh, well, sounds like you might have had too many tankards. Anyways, what about the rest of you? What are you all doing here?
I'm just looking for some money, as usual.
Specifically, this person at the bar is kind of just looking directly at Mira, like, what the heck is this thing? And you can obviously tell that this person is a little like, huh, what is that? Like,
oh, we're just as
a little
confused,
green
don't
goblin.
worry. We are so confused.
I'm no goblin.
No one said you were. No one said you were.
They said
You
it.
do look a bit like a goblin.
I am no goblin. I am more civilized.
What are you then?
Good question.
Civilized goblin?
A hobgoblin?
I mean, he said he was civilized.
Well, anywho, what's somebody as armor clad and as you doing around here? And they look over to Seefro, being Didysis. Yeah, that one.
I'm just passing through, hoping to grab some coin on the way. Fortunately, the price of a room is putting a damper on that.
Oh, well, I guess that's why you have to do work around here. Things like that do kind of get people down. We do fancy ourselves a bit of a higher-end tavern, but, I mean, there are other places that typically charge a lot less around the area. Specifically, that's that area north of us. I know that they charge a lot less. They always have a lot of people coming into town, and they can make pretty much as much money as they need off of what they got going.
I wouldn't trust this armor in a cheaper institution.
Oh, well then I guess I hope you're happy where you're at. And then as you guys kind of like finish up talking, you would see the door kind of open, a little gust of wind, a little bit of snow actually breezes through the door, and then it slams shut. As it slams shut, you would see the guy who sold you the room kind of walk in. He would immediately walk over, pat you all kind of on the, or I guess, who would you say is like in the middle of this group? Who's kind of like the two that are sandwiched?
I suppose me and Arthur would probably be in the middle with the tall ones, aren't we?
You and Arthur?
Yeah.
Okay, so he comes over, pats you two on the back. He is like, "So, where's that performance I was expecting? I've been looking forward to this."
I
And-
point to the floor and say, "You're looking at him."
Down there, it's a little green Veridin looking up.
I thought we explained keys to him and to them, and they're not having a good time.
Oh. Anyways,
Yeah, we're just as confused.
get up, come on, let's get a good show on the road. And he kind of looks over. He kind of picks Mira up. Actually, he takes him by the collar, just like lifts him up, kind of sets him down on the feet, and just kind of like lets him wobble there for a second.
I wobble like a penguin towards there, like actually rotating on one feet, then turning over to the other.
Do you do anything else apart from that?
I just grab my guitar and just start playing.
Just a description of the guitar, if you will.
Uh oh. Well, I start like slowly.
No. Like, what does the guitar look like?
It looks like a normal like Fender guitar, but
Oh, good choice.
but it's like a bit more pointy, bit more sharp edged.
Right. So,
angles.
just as you would simply pull this out, the bartender would be a little confused. He's seen lutes, lyres, and pianos and things like that, but he has never seen a device quite like the one you're holding. And he's just kind of confused. And as you'd kind of pull it out, maybe even a little fascinated. And I'm sorry, I kind of did interrupt just to kind of get a description of what this rock guitar looks like. But what would you kind of like do with your, I guess, just what are you gonna do?
Well, like slowly start with like a bit of pingling, and then it goes on to go into a bit like the solo from Eruption by Van Halen, but like a bit more bad because I'm not as good.
You can roll performance if you'd like.
I'll go and roll performance. Where do that there? That's an 18.
Okay. Wow, you rolled an 18 with modifiers?
That's with the modifier.
Ooh, okay, nice. As you kind of do this, you actually go into like a full rock out. I mean, you even if you wanted to, you started like stepping up on tables. I mean, you kind of are doing your thing.
Tall enough to step on the table.
What?
If he's tall enough to step up onto the table.
I just kind of lift him onto it.
I don't need your help, and then just jump on top of the table.
I
do a
like
kickflip.
Fucking sliding across the tables on his knees, hoping to not get splinters.
Honestly, because of just how well you're doing with this performance, there originally was piano in the background, but now it seems like this older lady who is playing piano has kind of like even turned around and is kind of like nodding her head with her eyes squinting. She's really like into this. She's like, yeah. She's even like kind of like doing a little like hand motion, like rocking out. And then you have like other people in the tavern who are also just as like surprised. They're really enjoying this music. Like there's a lot of people that are really liking what's going on. And he's like, wow, now that's something. I could go for this music any night. Man, it feels like I need to stay up longer. I need to drink more. That's immediately what the guy's reaction is. And it seems like everybody is just like kind of like partying, having a good time with this music. They're all really enjoying it. So is there anything else you guys wanted to do while this is kind of going on?
We really got to get someone a drum kit.
Get somebody a what? Get somebody drunk? Okay, if you can get somebody to. Already it seems like there's quite a few ditzy individuals in the bar, but
is there anyone in here that looks more established? Is anyone looking fairly rich over in the tavern?
I've got to be
honestly,
honest,
it's kind of hard.
I'd say you're the richest here.
I was gonna say it's really hard to see if there's anyone that kind of like meets your standards of wearing like this gold gilded armor or anything like that. There's nothing quite of that kind of statue like to be there. Like I guess you could say the people that are running the tavern seem to be a bit more high end. The only person who seems, I guess, even a little bit fancier is the old lady in the corner who seems to be wearing kind of like a nice red velvety dress. And that's about it.
Is the bartender still there?
Oh yeah, the bartender is obviously still there.
Someone mentioned a bit of a bandit issue. Do you know where someone we need to go to inquire about that?
You can see as the bartender's kind of like holding out one ear and trying to like clear out the other because there's hard rock going on in the background, and she seems to be a little bit bothered and being the only one that seems a bit bothered, and she's like, oh, what? Bandits? What did you say?
Do you know where I can make some money? I hear there's bandits.
immediately she's like, "Oh, the bandits!" She kind of like claps her hands together. She's like, "Right. Well, we do have a bit of a bandit issue, I guess you could say. Well, I know that if you go off and you find the town guards, they definitely could help you. They seem to know a lot about the area around here, and they can kind of help out with finding some more work like that. I know that they have a few situations on their hand right now that you could help out with."
Where would I find them?
Well, at the town center and the big old, castle structure thing there. That's where they kind of set up shop. They have some areas in tents as well, but you're mostly going to find them in that big building. You'll probably see them wandering around the square all the time.
All right. Thank you.
At this point, it seems like the night is kind of like getting a little dimmer, maybe even coming to a close. A lot of people are either heading out of the tavern area or they're heading up to rooms. And I would assume probably like your hard rock music kind of like calms down at this point. Maybe it's just a light strum, maybe even. At this point, if you guys wanted to, you could go off to your rooms. If you wanted to, you could go and see the nightlife. I don't know. Kind of like it's up to you guys. Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go sit outside. Is there a good bench?
Yeah, there is. Specifically, the area right in front of where that guy had like his table and he was actually selling the rooms. There's a nice little bench around there. Yeah.
I'm gonna go wait outside.
You would notice specifically in your cold armor that it's well, a little brisk because you're wearing iron kind of like
I do have
armor.
about 6 layers on.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess you're a little better now. I was thinking, cold iron, but I guess I don't know my stuff. I really don't. Anyways, what were you saying? Did somebody say they wanted to do something else?
I was gonna say I was gonna join Didysis. I was gonna pull out
Okay.
my book and start reading it.
You got the name first try.
Yeah.
Didysis. Is that right? Didysis?
Didysis.
Didysis.
Yeah, it sounds like it's kind of pronounced like Dionysus.
Didysis
Yeah,
Sparnuotasis.
basically, yeah.
So, I have it written down here. I put down like how you actually pronounce it now. But
We'll all
anyways,
get it eventually.
so you all seem to have gone outside as instead of opting for your room.
Yeah.
That's a silly move, I guess. You're all going to be real cold. You can see that there's like nothing really going on outside. There's like a few people that are wandering around. Specifically, you see some people that seem to be, I don't know, smoking other such things. There's a lot of stuff like that going on. Little groups of people just wander around and talking. This seems to be a fairly quiet area of the town, actually, as there's just, it's the entrance of the town more or less, so there's not a lot of action. You do see that there is a lot of smoke coming off the town, as a lot of fireplaces are now, I guess, being lit. You would hear a little bit of clamoring towards the center of the town. You assume that most of the marketplace stays open most of the night. Is there anything
I
you
go to the
guys...
marketplace to see what's being sold.
Oh, yeah, of course. As you would walk along the streets, you would, of course, see those groups of people. You'd find probably a few farmers kind of like actually heading on their way out, going down south, getting more shipments of their goods. And as you would actually be heading towards the town, you would also see that same exact farmer butcher type guy that was making shipments. You can see him packing up actually as you're heading towards the town, or like in like the town's center. I mean, of course, it's also getting dark. You can see that he has like a few things left in his cart, sort of scraps, things that he didn't sell or couldn't like divvy off to people.
Can I walk up to him?
Yeah, of course, you can walk up to him.
Hey, how'd your shipments of meat go?
Oh, you surprised me there. Well, I mean, it went quite well. I mostly do shipments for the soldiers around the area, more of the law enforcement. But yeah, it went perfect. I shipped that food and then I sold what was left. I mean, I got like a few bits of meat left. I know I said if I had anything left over, I'd give it to you. Did you want it?
Sure. Why not?
Immediately he goes in with these large, like, I don't know if you've ever seen it. Whenever people divvy out like butcher's meat, they have kind of these large wax papers they grab things with. He has one of those. He grabs out a large slab of meat. You could tell it's a little bit mangled up, like it kind of might have rubbed against the wood on the bottom of the cart, as these are kind of more leftovers than anything. But he kind of just hands it to you real happily. He's like, here you go. I was just packing up for the night and I'm heading down for my next shipment. He hands it off to you.
Yeah.
You grab this large dripping steak I guess. Do with that what you will.
Like it's salt on it.
As he's kind of like wrapping up, he's like, oh, by the way, I didn't introduce myself. My name's Glenn. I do all of the shipments for just soldiers around the area. I try and make sure that people are, getting what they need. Doesn't pay much, but, it's good, honest work. And he just kind of like, has at this point finished packing up. He takes some of the extra scraps. He begins to hand it to some other stall people nearby. He seems to be like a generous man, giving out whatever he can that's left. And as he kind of finishes up, he begins to saddle on his horse and get his cart kind of underway. He looks over to you. Did you need anything else?
No, I'm all good. Thanks for the meet.
Of course. Hey, if you need anything else, I'm probably going to be coming back every other couple days. So if you're around the next 2 days, I'll see you again probably. And so with that, he kind of, gets his horse cracking on and he goes off. He starts heading down south. With that, as you kind of have now entered into this marketplace, you would see that there's a lot of food stalls, most of them wrapping up at this time, but you do see that there's a few that are still going. You do see those aforementioned soldiers that are kind of wandering about, specifically a few that seem to be looking for stuff. And other than that, this area seems to be a little bit energetic, but kind of calming down.
What other items are the stalls that are still open selling?
You can see a few that are selling, I guess, like some berries, maybe some areas that are selling more like wheat flour, kind of like some basic ingredients stuff. Specifically, there's that one larger blue tent in the center of the town that seems to be selling that kind of stuff.
Just like to walk around, taking a look at it, maybe browsing around. See if there's anything of good quality in there.
Yeah, as you're wandering around, you do see also some tables that have like some gear on them, and there seems to be soldiers wandering around those tables, kind of like sitting around them. You would also, I guess, as you would go up to that one specific shop, that larger blue tent. Actually, it's going to be the light blue tent, I should say. That one just has a lot of basic gear. The one down in the center of this square. I love seeing your character go flying around. Yeah, I should probably just pin it. It was really funny just seeing you fly out there. I was like, whoa, no, wait. So in that area, it just seems like basic food items, things that people would need to make like some small stuff. Like if you want to make bread, has the ingredients. If you want to make like some small rations, yeah, they have them. Doesn't seem to be much in the way of like adventuring gear or anything that you could find useful though.
You said there's some guards sitting around here?
Yeah, there are. They're actually right at that red tent right above you, right there.
I'd like to ask them about the bandit problem.
Immediately once you go up to those guards, they look over and they're like, oh, hello. What did you need?
I heard there's a bandit problem. Do you guys need any help with that?
Oh, well, yeah, actually, we'd love all the help we can get. Recently, we've been having a bit of trouble with just kind of watching both our ends. We have a border to kind of like the northwestern side, and then to the south, we've been having our bandit problem. So, hey, if you want to, tomorrow, we're open in this building right here. Come back. We'd love to talk with you, and we can get things working. And they seem kind of like real eager. This other guy behind was also nodding, like, yeah, come back. Like, check it out. Like, and they're just like really happy that you kind of asked even about it.
All right, they seem like nice people.
Yeah. Most of the guards around here do seem kind of like happy. They seem really urgent to like talk to people when they need to, and they seem like they're really just some good people around this area.
With that, Didysis is going to head back inside and search for that man that was selling the keys earlier.
The one that handed you the keys?
Yeah.
You would immediately walk in and find him just kind of like almost dozing off near the door.
Excuse me, sir. I would like to purchase myself my own room. Have you got anything smaller or
smaller rooms? No, we don't have any small rooms. If you want, you don't really like people loitering around, but I charge a good 5 silver on the side for people to just sleep in the tavern if they need to. And that seems to be like his thing.
All right, I'll pay. Have you got another room left?
Let me check. he seems to walk over to the bartender, asks what kind of, I guess he asks what keys are available, and bartender kind of looks around and is just has this little like nod, like maybe no, kind of like, and he walks over and he's like, we have one more room, but it's the room that I sleep in. And he just like is like he seems really hesitant to give you his room. If you wanted to, you could try and convince him, but
I am going to. Is there? I'll just take the. I just forgot that he just said I could pay 5 silver just to sleep in the tavern. I'll take that option.
yeah. Instead, you just hand him the 5 silver then,
Yep.
without question. Immediately, he's like, "Oh, yeah, hey, that works." And immediately, he's just like, "Hey, so if you need, I can get you a blanket." Immediately, he points over to the blanket that he was just sitting on, and he's like, "That one works." And then he's also just takes his keys and immediately seems like he's about to head off to his room as well. And he's just kind of immediately walking off like, "Now I'm done with this situation. I don't want to deal with customers anymore." So it seems like all of you probably would have headed back to the tavern at this point. You would have, if you wanted to, you would have seen the kind of like that town square area where you would have seen all the marketplace. Maybe some of you would have overheard kind of like the come back tomorrow morning thing. I think you were there, Tom, but
I just fall asleep in the middle of the tavern. Not even in the
you don't go back to the room. Okay, well, there's 2 rooms for 2 people, even though you can fit 4 people in the rooms. And I guess you have one person that falls asleep on the floor in the middle of the tavern. Nobody really questions it since you played the music and everybody enjoyed it. And I guess the other 2 of you would go off and have your own space to sleep in. So, I mean, that's pretty much it for the night. As the night kind of comes to a close, you would hear kind of like just some silent howling in the distance, maybe a cry of some kind. Not much else is happening within this town.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like it's all kind of like fades off. As you wake up in the morning, you kind of see a light dust within the room, within the tavern itself. Light is beaming through the windows in every direction, it seems, as it kind of reflects off the snow and lights up this building. As you would kind of wake up, there's not a lot of activity in the tavern, except for specifically a little goblin-y guy just sleeping face first on the ground. And you see this metal-clad soldier obviously sleeping in the corner. Blanket not really needed, being in this really comfortable warm armor. And you guys would probably walk down from your rooms into this sort of empty tavern. At this point, you guys can kind of like figure out what you're doing from here.
They mentioned free food for breakfast, right?
It seems like you guys might be up a little too early. As you can see that there's like nobody really up and around yet. There seems to be the old grandma lady that was there before at the piano seems to be doing something in kind of like the back area near where the tavern space would be, where there's like the bar.
I don't mind waiting.
No, me neither.
Okay. Well, in that case, as you all would wait, is there anything that you'd like to do? Do you guys have any like things you got to prepare? I don't think you guys have spells to prepare, being at first level, but no?
No, I don't think so.
Cool. So you guys would wait. You would soon begin to smell, I guess, just the smell of light, just like bacon. Like it doesn't smell like a really flavorful filled bacon, but like maybe a light kind of like slab of bacon being cooked. You have some. Did somebody just leave?
Seefro has just disappeared.
Seefro.
No,
he crashed.
Didysis, oh
He
no.
crashed again.
The armor took him.
He got enveloped by the armor.
The armor was a mimic all along.
No.
Damn.
Man, you know what? Oh, he's back.
Welcome back.
Didysis blips back into existence, and
Yes, he disappears and then whoop, comes right back. Basically, the light smell of breakfast being cooked in the morning, maybe some eggs, maybe some meats of some kind, and soon enough, some plates would start getting just like kind of already pre-portioned and placed in spots on this bar area. This old lady kind of just like putting them there very carefully, putting with them a very nice like assortment of just like fork, knife, spoon, even though it doesn't seem needed for this. And the old lady seems to also portion out a cup of water and put it next to each one. Very nicely. There's one for at least each of you, and maybe even more people that have also gotten this same exact deal, or maybe even a better one. Who knows?
Just like to take a seat at one of them and start eating.
Same here.
Absolutely.
While I
Cool.
am going to keep reading my book.
Does Goblin
When he blipped out of existence, he's fine.
just eats in the ethereal plane. Did Goblin-y guy ever? I don't know. Is he even on the ground, off the ground yet?
I jump back up after just sleeping, and then I see food, or what I assume is food, and I just take a sniff along the whole table, as of what seems or smells edible.
You just kind of start eating.
Well, first take a big sniff of what smells edible.
But it all smells edible. I mean, it only smells like food in this tavern right now. You could mistake anything for food with that kind of logic.
I start eating the spoon.
Crap, I knew this would happen. You know what?
That you predicted.
Sure, you just bite into the spoon. It seems like it's a weaker spoon. On accident, you actually bend up the metal with a massive chomp. You just wind up like crinkling up the spoon. The old lady seems so just like busy with her work that she doesn't seem to notice or mind or care. But everybody else would notice. The rest of the group would notice that this.
I want to go
Mira
over
has
and
just
help. I want to go. Just Mira. No. You use that to help eat. Use that to. Let me show you. And I just take the fork, pick some of the food up with it, and I try spoon feeding it into Mira's mouth.
So as you would take just the spoon out of his mouth, though, you would notice that it is completely janked up. Have you ever seen when you bend like a plastic spoon backwards? That's what it looks like with a metal spoon.
What do to this thing? You know
Like
I put it in my pocket and just hope the old lady thinks that she just didn't put one out for Mira.
The old lady just doesn't notice at all. They wouldn't. But yeah, this is you guys are basically just pour Mira out with the eating, spoon feeding maybe a little bit, helping get the food at least to the gullet. Yeah. So you guys would have an absolutely lovely rejuvenating breakfast. You guys are absolutely at 100% right now, and I would say the breakfast was amazing. It was the best you've ever had. It was like just like Mom used to make. Specifically grandma. So you guys would, after having eaten that amazing meal, I mean, I guess you would probably head out of the tavern, and I know you guys said you wanted to go back to that tower. Would you kind of head back that way?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lead right off into it. You guys would probably all wind up at the tower. I'm moving you. I'm force moving you. You guys don't get an option. We're going. We gotta rush.
We're going.
You guys would basically all
Speedrun.
enter into this town. Now that it's a little less foggy, a little less cloudy, you can see it perfectly. The beautiful draping tents off of this large stone building. There's some wood tiling kind of like still hanging onto the roof, but you can see that's kind of been renovated to be more sturdy building over the years. This is the thing that was described as more being like the castle, the original castle of this town. And you can see that a lot of the area is kind of built around it, actually, as this seems to have always been here. And like I mentioned before, you can see those ruins that kind of are reminiscent of like an outer wall, kind of around this town, this just town center area. The area where there's kind of like those wood walls on the map, they're meant to be a little bit more of like shattered stone. You would see a lot of the guards kind of around. A lot of them seem to be going off, doing tasks, patrolling the streets. And you would walk up, and you would actually see, I think, the same exact guy as yesterday kind of wandering around near the back of this area. However, you could also see that there's just a large entrance if you wanted to walk right in and talk to somebody.
I'm gonna do that.
Walk right in. So you guys would walk right into there, and you would see kind of like this high ceiling, some ornate art on it. It seems like in the back, there's actually an area that was originally what seemed to be a throne room. Now it's a bit more renovated to be kind of like a meeting room of sorts. And you see that there's a lot of guards kind of standing around, waiting for orders. There's one guy in the center that seems to be kind of a general of sorts, talking with another general, also giving out orders. As you would walk through this area, you would see one guard specifically at kind of like a front desk area, just kind of seeing you walk in. He'd be like, "Oh, hi, How's it going there? I would love to get your names, write them down, and make sure that, we got everything sorted here. What's your business here today?
We've heard of bandits traveling around. We're wondering if,
We're here to...
give a hand.
Yeah.
Oh, we love it when people come and give us a hand. Okay, so you're here for the bandit troubles. And, sorry, what did you say your names were?
Arthur Loxley.
Didysis, Sparnuotasis.
Okay, well, that's a mouthful. I'll put down D for short. And for the other of you?
Brooklyyn.
Okay, Brookie. And for the other ones?
Arthur.
And green guy. Don't worry, we don't need a name. We can see it perfectly fine. If you guys want to, I can lead you along. And they kind of like just immediately start walking back, and they expect you to follow. They kind of like wave to you. Come on along.
I just wondered to myself, did that guy just call me Brookie?
Forget Brookie. Did they just racially profile Mira?
I wasn't even thinking about it like that.
Oh,
we don't need a name for you. We already know how to describe you.
A green guy.
Little green dude.
I just realized, I don't think I got confirmation. Tom, you're back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Poor green guy. They would immediately kind of lead you to that general's table, actually. They would go over, whisper in the general's ear, wait for you to come over. You guys would all kind of like walk over, and you would see both these generals actually walk up to you and say, good. Some people here to finally help us out. You look like some well-capable recruits. We'd love to get you out there and on the field to help us out. We love getting some new workers around here. So, permanent employment, a little bit of a temporary job. What we got going on?
I believe it's just a temporary job to help with the bandits.
We're just looking for support.
We just want to help out with these bandits. See what comes after that.
Okay, of course, yeah. We actually have two issues going on right now. Not exactly bandits on the other end. We have a bandit encampment that's just to the south, but we also believe that they could be involved in some other things that are on the border. We have a lot of people that, they don't like what's going on with the war going on right now. They're trying to flee, Hepros specifically, oddly enough. And we actually have some other people that are coming in as a result of this. We don't care about the people going out. We care about the people coming in. They're coming in with contraband, stuff we don't like, drugs that aren't supposed to be around here, things that are actually causing harm to the civilians, and sometimes even helping supply the bandits. The bandits might even be helping get things out of this area, and we don't like that. We find that this could be actually very bad for just the general area down in the south, and we'd love to see if you guys could help. However, we also would love to have some help on one front rather than another. We find that if we could just focus on one area, we do a lot better. So if you wanted to, we would love it if you could decide for us. You can help us out with some smugglers. You can help us out with some bandits. What do you think would help best?
Take out the camp. Simple.
Take out the camp.
I get why people want to leave.
If we could destroy the camp, then perhaps the smugglers wouldn't have a place to sell supplies to. Maybe solving that problem would dampen the other.
You can see that there's another guy in the back that he's really nodding, he's really agreeing, and the guy in the front's like, yeah, you'd be pretty right there. Are you sure, though, that you wouldn't want to help us get the actual smuggler dens? Now, those do exist, and they're not great, and they have been causing a lot of issues. The bandits, now, they might be a little bit more, docile than the actual people who are trying to cause harm to the people, sure, bandits, a little theft every once in a while. We got it under control, but are you sure? And this other guy in the back's like, no. They have the right idea. They're trying to help us out so we can get both problems with the one. This is what I've been telling you. And they kind of have like this little argument among them. And the guy's like, no, we need to focus more on the border. And this other guy's like, no.
Didysis holds up his hand, and you see just this golden plated arm just starts glowing brightly. And
they're both immediately like, God, what the heck?
All right. Give it up. We choose one or the other, all right? There's no point sitting around here. That's not helping anyone. We pick one, and we go deal with the issue.
All right, okay. Group huddle, everyone. Group huddle.
What's a group huddle?
I just kind of pull Mira in. Group huddle.
So, Mira's facing the wrong way.
No. This way. I just flip Mira around. No. This way. Face inwards.
I just spin like 2 circles.
2 circles before getting adjusted. Yeah.
I just kind of hold Mira closely to me, just making sure they face the right way. So, okay. I think both ideas are good. If we take care of the bandits, the smugglers won't have places to sell to. But if we take care of the smugglers, then the bandits won't be receiving supplies. No, this is... I'm gonna be honest, I just want to fight. I don't know why. I feel like this ever since I woke up from the bush. I just want to fight.
These do have that effect on people.
How do you know that?
George Bush, you know.
What?
Oh no!
Heck.
Oh, what?
It's a war reference.
Oh god,
Hey,
no, not
George
George,
Bush, you know.
I don't know why, I just really want to fight these people I've never heard of in my life.
What's this?
George Bush.
Bush. I know what a bush is. I think.
Well, who's George? So the generals seem to be not really bickering, just kind of like silently nudging each other like siblings who are really angry at each other in the background while you guys are solving this. Do you guys eventually come to a conclusion?
Bandit camp.
Bandit camp.
Bandit camp?
Yeah, bandit camp.
Bandit camp. That was our first plan.
Damn.
Okay, so immediately you guys would all kind of say bandit camp, and then immediately the guys in the back. There's the one that's just like, ha! See, told you, bandit camp, and then the other is just like, oh, what the heck? It's just like, listen, maybe they can help us out tomorrow. I mean, take one step at a day. I mean, we could get all the problems done. Of course, it's a little bit much, but yeah, it could help. And then immediately they look over to the group and they're like, well, here's what I got for you. You didn't even really question price, so you're really setting the bar lower for yourselves. But don't worry, we're a generous group of people. We'd love to gift you guys all, let's say, 40 gold each, 10 gold each. That's a good price for a bandit encampment. That's some pretty good stuff. You guys are going to be dealing with quite a bit of work here, though.
40,
now, not 10 gold each, 40 gold as a group.
I'd just like to clarify, Arthur's been traveling for a while. This man has been living on shreds. On silvers.
40 per person.
No. We're not doing
much.
40 between.
We can't take out our full bank account for this, buddy. This is basically our limit. Anyways,
How much is
so
40?
just letting you keeping it in mind. This bandit encampment, there are people. If you need to, take them out a little more peacefully. We just need the camp cleared so we can go in. We have reports saying.
That was the music. Bro.
Wait.
That was the music.
Oh, the music's gone.
I'll add it back in.
Truly the day the
Okay.
music died.
The day the music. Crap, I can't remember where I was. That threw me so off track. So
Bandit encampment of people.
yes. Remember, they're still people. If you need to, take them out non-hostily. We have reports saying that they should be heading out soon. They seem to do this every so often. Every other day, they make their trip to get their shipments. And typically, they're shipping things out rather than in from the bandit encampment.
I get why people want to get out of here.
So, we do need you to be a little more careful, though, because if they do happen to find a way to signal back their group, you're going to be swarmed. There's going to be no way of getting you out, and you're going to have to find another way out on your own. We're going to have guards that are going to be sitting just outside, a little ways away, but they don't like our guards because, well, they typically can notice who we are. You four, you're a special team now. You all seem to be a bit different. Now, the one in armor, you might get some weird stares. However, for the rest of you, I could see it going real well. So, he points out onto a map. It seems to be south and kind of to the west. It's the area where you guys actually saw smoke coming from when you guys were initially entering the village. And he describes that this village is named Octon, as it is a large fort with 8 sides. And he also describes that you're going to find not just bandits, but there's a little tiny area of civilians within it that kind of just live there. And the bandits just happen to be a little bit of an add-on. This is just a really small settlement, though. So immediately,
any horses. They would really help with the traveling.
Horses. See, now we don't have a lot of horses around here, and the ones that we do have, we typically reserve for people that are going up and down across the borders, doing patrols. It's just a short walk, though. It will take much less than a couple hours to get there. I'm sure.
Certainly won't take much out of your budget, will it?
I'm sorry. What was that?
taking one horse for this trip, I think, will be very helpful in the
Can one horse
showing
fit 4 of us?
distinguishing us from the populace. A horse, just the one horse.
Can one horse
Ju-
fit 4
just-
of us?
I don't think so.
I was meaning just so one of us can just. So
You just
we're
don't want, do
clearly.
you?
No, that's not the issue. The issue is the population. Yeah, we might look a bit like bandits. I mean, I won't, but okay, I'll just go to the point. You three look like bandits.
Well, yeah, that's the point. We
Hey,
blend in.
Offense taken.
Stealth operation.
Why do we need to blend in?
There are civilians there. We can't scare them.
But if we look like bandits, the civilians will panic and there'll just be chaos. We got to make this correct.
No, the idea is that they're very much at peace with the fact that there is bandit groups there. We know this.
Okay, that simplifies the civilian issue.
Yes. The civilians just happen to live there. They know that this is their way of commerce. They know that this is the way that they get money. They're at peace with it. However, we still don't want to hurt any civilians. This is the idea. So, as you go in, there should be little resistance. It's mostly the back area of the encampment that we need to take out. We know that they have a group of upwards of 20 people, but we know that they like to leave around 8 to guard the area. There's 2 people at the front. However, unless they're signaled, they shouldn't be able to come in and realize that you're there. Sometimes they might have more in the front. We don't know.
Seems good to me.
Sounds easy enough.
However, we won't be able to supply horses. I do wish you the best of luck. And of course, we will have some reinforcements come in after you've cleared out the area to make sure that we can secure the location. And so with that, he kind of just gives you a wave, says, good luck, heading off. So you guys need to do anything else? Get any supplies, buy anything before you go, or no?
I'm alright.
I've got everything I need. Just me and my trusty axe. That I
Okay.
did not really buy for combat.
Well then, as you guys would kind of walk along, you would head south out of the village. And as you head out of the village, down you'd go. You would eventually come across a small path. You may have not realized it before. It'd be off to the right this time since you're going south. And it leads off into the direction of that smoke. It seems like a path that's mostly traveled by foot. You see some hoof prints that seem to have been a little more recent as they're quite clear in a light snow, heading off actually to the east. That might be the group that they were talking about that was running away. And as you'd be coming towards this encampment, you would see some large wood kind of like spike walls. You know, they're kind of sharpened at the end, and you have 2 watchtowers on the sides of this area as you're coming up to it. And I'm going to just bring up the map here. This is Octon, and as you would come up to it, you would see a large sign at the top of the area, this entrance, and it just says the town of Octon. And you would see 2 guards looking down at you, one from either side of those watchtowers, and they would actually signal somebody. You could see that they do a little wave, and the door seems to kind of click unlock and kind of slide open, and you see that there's some people that are like escorting you in. Like they're letting you in pretty much easily. Just as it was said, it's going to be really simple. And so upon entering this area of Octon, you would see large tents set up in the center, some tents on the side. You would see areas where people are just sitting, spending time. You might even see some kids running around. It seems to be actually just like a village, basically, except in the top back area of it, there is a large tower-like structure, more of like, it's like a fortress of sorts, made of wood. So I guess easily flammable, but that's not the goal. You would see that there's a few people walking along. You would see through the windows of the building, maybe a few people wandering about. And you would also see one person walking across this large drawbridge between 2 sections of the building. Nobody seems to question you too much, except for some little odd stares towards Didysis. Didysis. You know, by the 3rd stream, I'll get it. So, you guys can see the map, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. At this point, you guys are kind of good to do what you got to do. You guys can go in. Do you do anything? Do you see anything? You want to do anything?
Move.
We cannot
we
move
can't
our
move
characters.
What? Gosh darn
No
it.
walking privilege.
I'm
I've
watching.
revoked your
No
walking
feet.
privileges. Yeah, I'm going through. I got to do all of them manually, even though it's not supposed to. This is probably going to happen for all of them then. That's great.
Who needs walking? You could just slide around.
Wait, did I get that
I
correct?
do the fucking roll over the shoulder.
Dark Souls rolling into a town.
Yep.
Hold up. I have a bit of a moment. Did I give somebody the wrong privileges to somebody? Yes. Maybe. Possibly.
Oh, yeah, I can move Brooklyyn.
That's not correct.
Just give everyone moving privileges on everyone. It'll.
Moving chaos.
You can trust us.
Oh my goodness.
Give me moving
Okay, you guys should be able to
privileges.
move
I
now.
normally can be trusted with tokens.
You two can move. Yes. Good. Yes. So, is there anything you guys would like to do entering into this little encampment?
Let's split up and look for clues. And by that I mean 2 people go left, 2 people go right. And let's clear these 2 towers.
You would see at the very back that there is a staircase that leads up into this fortress area right here. However, on these sides, these lead to watchtowers, and back here there seems to be a little lounge area for some people.
They said bandits were in the front of the encampment, right?
No, they said in the front there's watchtowers where they might lurk, and they can get signaled if you're not careful in the back of the encampment. In the back of the encampment is where you're going to find most of the people that you need to clear out.
All right.
Being up this staircase.
I think
It might have been
we should
badly
check the
described
back
to
of the
me.
encampment first, then.
Yep.
I mean, like, if the watchtowers do get alerted, what are those guys gonna do?
They're all the way over there, and we're all the way over here.
Yeah, by the time they get over here, everyone's gonna be taken care of.
Go.
Wait, welcome.
So-
Wait for me. I got little legs.
He's just a little goblin.
I'm no goblin.
He's just a
How
little
dare you.
goblin.
It's just
So you guys would enter into this room, and as you enter in, you would see one guy, but he doesn't seem hostile. He seems more confused that there's people entering in, and he's just kind of looking at you guys like, huh? What? And he seems almost to be walking towards the door you guys are walking out of. So he's just a little, like, odded out about the fact that you guys are heading in. And he's just like, I'm sorry. Do you all have business in here with us? And seems to be, he is armed, and he does have his hand on his side.
We were wondering about the trade coming through this area. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Wait 1 moment. Hold up. I gotta get some stuff done. Ugh. Please don't have commentary. Yes. I've done it. Immediately he's like, the trade? Yeah, we do have trade. We do some commerce in the area. He's a little uneasy specifically with your character, Seefro. He seems like he's on edge, specifically holding his blade like, this doesn't look good. And he's almost now backing up a little bit because of how he sees you. And he's just like, are you here with the guards? Listen, if you're here with the guards, we don't want any business with you guys.
Can I take this? I've got quite a bit of charisma.
What do you do?
I just walk up to him, attempt to shake his hand, just say, hi. Right, when referring to Hepros, do I say Heprian, like?
See, now I've still been trying to figure that out. I was almost thinking the Hepris at one point, but I think that sounds a little too
That does sound
weird.
a bit odd.
Yeah, that sounds a bit odd.
I'll just say-
Heprosians.
Hi there. We're with the Heprosian Inland Revenue Service. We'd like to. We're from the IRS. We just like to take a bit of an inspection. We hear there's been some we hear there's been some goods. And we'd like to check them out.
You're gonna have to roll deception on that one.
Oh come on, please tell me this is the one thing.
Never thought I'd impersonate the
Deception.
IRS in
I
D&D.
got a +5 in that.
Okay, roll it.
23.
Oh! He is wholeheartedly believing this. He's actually shuddering in his boots right now, but not because he's afraid of the armored man anymore. No, he's afraid of taxes. He's afraid of the IRS.
Does he commit
This
tax
guy-
evasion regularly?
He doesn't know if he does, and that's
Sir,
why he's afraid.
are you a regular tax evader by any chance?
He's like actually like shaking. He's profusely sweating. You know that meme where there's the guy just sweating, dripping? That's what's happening right now. And he doesn't know how to react. He's like, listen, my family lives here, okay? Just don't shut us down, please. This is my livelihood. This is my job. Just please. And he's like, I'll do anything. What do you need?
We
He's
just
just like-
we just want to get through.
Oh,
Let's get the goods, if that's alright with you.
oh.
I just
Do you
stream.
do you happen to have something to hide, sir? We will.
No, I don't have it. I just. He seems to be so panicked. He's like stumbling towards the door. He doesn't
Just-
want to be done. He wants to
I
be
would
done
like
with this.
to-
Just so you know, sir, when it comes to taxes, innocence proves nothing.
I'm going to grab him by the collar, and I'm going to roll intimidation to make him speak about what's happening here.
Oh my god.
This poor guy. Okay.
No.
It's
He's,
also
he's
like-
dodging taxes. He deserves it.
Before this, he was kind of like spinning a bit, even noticing like Mira. He was a bit shocked because he saw a little goblin guy, and he was like, "What the heck's happening?" But what do you roll? What do you roll for your intimidation?
19.
Oh my god.
You guys are just hurting this poor guy. This is like psychic damage at this point.
That's a 14.
Does anyone have vicious mockery?
So at this point, you barely even get a grip on his collar before he's like, listen, okay, we sell magical items, we put them across the border, we don't evade taxes, I don't think, we never had taxes around here, I just want to go at this point.
You've
He's
never
just like
had
starting
taxes?
to break down. He just starts like actually like breaking.
I'm gonna just take him to the floor. I'm just gonna.
Can I
I'm gonna
cast?
kick him in the knee, put him down.
Can I cast?
You're just gonna like straight up flip him then.
I'm just gonna push him onto the floor, and someone can tie him up.
I just.
I'm gonna
I,
do a rope check for that to grapple him.
can I?
Okay.
Mira's
I would
speak.
say just because of the intimidation and the grasp you already had him, you easily push him onto the floor. Did anybody have rope or anything to do with him? He
do have
definitely is
rope.
knocked prone.
No, it's all right. I think he's broken enough. We can just tell him to stay, and he will.
No, tie him up. Tie him up.
Are you guys having this conversation while he's there?
Yes.
He's just like, he's like panicked.
Can I just cast vicious mockery to just let him or keep him
We
there?
have vicious mockery. Wait,
Yes.
no, that can kill.
Oh, you're gonna kill him.
You gotta kill him. He's already traumatized.
I was gonna say at this point he's already like easing into the corner. He's like, I don't want to deal with this. He's shuffling into the corner, afraid. You guys have
Closer.
ruined him. You get closer.
Tie him up and let's move on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tie him up.
Okay, you can absolutely tie him up. At this point, it doesn't even matter. He's so prone. He's like just going along with it. He's tied up. He's just like, I'm sorry, the taxes. I didn't mean to. He's crying. He's sobbing at this point.
I feel bad for this guy. Oh my god.
I know. He's dodging
I
tax.
do not feel bad remotely.
He's dodging taxes, guys. Listen, it's okay. You can see though.
What have they got?
Wait, what?
What are they
Are you
holding?
looting him?
Oh, in that, like on him?
No, what have they got on the shelves? What are they holding? in the
Oh,
building?
on the shelves, there is actually just like some household items. There's like a broom, dustpan, like a bucket. I don't know, like some really small like items. There's nothing like of great significance in this room. On the guy himself, if you wanted to, he has a short sword. He has, apart from that, I guess, just he's a normal guy. That's pretty much it. He doesn't have any money on him. He doesn't have much on him. Some tattered rags. But the door is left ajar on the other side of the room, and it looks like you are free to go along and cross this bridge.
And remember, sir, pay your taxes, or we'll be back.
Mira, keep up. So as you guys would cross this bridge, you would see down in the town, there actually are some people that are giving even more suspicious glances now that you're up on this bridge. It's just wondering, are you guys just walking across it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna open the door at the end.
Okay. No, I was just wondering if you were gonna at all stealth it.
No.
No, we're here on official IRS business. We don't need to stealth.
You give
No, you give a good point. You give a good point.
I've got full steel gold-plated armor. I am.
I was gonna
not
say,
We're not exactly.
you are
stealthy, yeah.
literally a shining like beacon. At
There's
this
like
point,
three
I'd
homeless
imagine
guys,
you're.
two homeless guys, a goblin, and a guy in just like
No, I ain't no
Old.
goblin.
At this
beacon of
point,
taxes.
I imagine you're like walking across. You're like, IRS people, we're coming through.
IRS,
Trust me,
official
we're
pay
business.
your
Yeah, we're
taxes or
business.
We'll be there.
Yeah, the Hepros Revenue Service. This door is also opened. You guys should hold up. I gotta reveal it. It's just one guy. Immediately once you walk in, he's actually shocked, stunned. He's like, "Whoa! Now hold up! What are you doing here?" He's
Can I roll into the room and just like IRS,
Wait,
and then
can we roll intimidation?
Yep, I'll roll. I've got a +5.
What? As
I've
all
got-
of you are in here. You know what?
Got,
Yes,
I've
I will
got,
let you.
I've got +5 in intimidation.
Same.
First off, Mira, roll acrobatics. You said you were gonna roll into the room.
that's a 9.
I mean, you roll. It was nothing fancy, but you didn't like damage your body or anything. You just kind of yeah.
I just
You like it was like a really lame roll, like a toddler trying to do trying to do a somersault. And that's about it. You roll in. You say IRS. I don't know. At this point, there's 4 of you surrounding one poor guy, kind of like that meme with the couch. But
Oh no! Listen,
you
if,
guys
if that's what you gotta do to get the tax money, I'm not judging.
if one of you wants to roll intimidation, you can. I'm not gonna say roll as a group, but
I will happily roll intimidation.
I have +5. We could roll. Actually,
I
no, you.
too have a +5.
6
You know-
plus 5, that's 11.
That's 21.
1 minute.
well, you guys are all rolling. I thought I said roll one of you.
I rolled-
Oh my goodness.
Let's take Seefro's roll. I definitely did roll a 1.
You know, I was gonna say just one of you, and I did. Now I'm just confused. Sure, you know what? Screw it. He is intimidated, but it has the reverse effect. This guy is intimidated, but fight or flight kicks in, and instead of actually being afraid, he kicks into fight mode, and he immediately tries to stab at somebody. He just goes for a stab, and I'm just gonna say he's going first out of just advantage of attack. If you guys want to, you can roll, but something tells me this is gonna be if you guys want to roll initiative.
Yeah, that's like,
You got it rolled out.
This is gonna be a bloodbath, but
Give me your initiative.
I'm gonna get bloodbath. This guy's gonna get fucking.
When you guys roll your initiative, if you want to, can you put it into the Roll20 chat for me?
oh, roll 20 chat, not Discord chat.
Oh, actually, yeah, put it into the Discord chat. I'm dumb. Do that. That's way better.
Yeah.
the brain.
There they are.
Big
Those are the
brain.
rolls. So I'm just gonna say this guy has a roll of basically higher since he's
Oh.
going first. Because he immediately stabbed.
Oh,
hold on.
in the chat, make sure to read the initiatives aloud. For our
Right.
podcast viewers at home, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Seefro is going first or second, I guess, with an 18. Tom's going after that with a 17. We're going to have QC with a 7 and Voldy with a 6. Man, those are some highs and then some lows. You guys really had no in-betweens. Well, I mean, I guess that 7's pretty close. But here we go. Hold up. Trying to find this guy's attack roll. He's immediately going to go for the person who was in the front, being sadly Mira, and stab at the thing that just rolled at him, freaking him out. So, hey, what's your armor class?
It's a 13.
Yeah, it didn't matter. He rolled a 19.
Oh my god.
This guy was business. And
This guy
he rolls.
This guy just sees a goblin roll into the room he's in.
And he
Immediate
actually deals
racism
you-
kicks in.
Yeah,
Blood.
he deals
That's
you.
this entire session.
He deals you 5 damage. Right off the
God.
bat. He goes in for a stab. He like pinches you, kind of like on like the shoulder is where he stabs at. He does a
I
little.
am stuck to the floor now.
You're stuck to the floor. What do you mean you're stuck to the floor? Did you just
I
fall
was
over after
laying
getting
on
stabbed?
the floor because of the roll.
Well, you weren't on the floor like that. I thought you did a little like lame somersault and stood up. I feel like you've been on the floor the majority of this. session. You're just sitting on the floor half the time.
Or
Okay. Here, wait, hold up. I just realized I have epic combat music. I can be using this. I have things at my disposal.
I get the feel. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. I don't think the music's gonna be playing long.
No, I don't think it is, because that is a one-spine modifier. That's a mild 18 to hit.
I know, but epic combat either way.
That is
So-
pretty epic.
I know, it's so epic. This gives me like March vibes. This is cool. So here, one moment. Just trying to get to the right page. It would be Seefro's turn then. After having done that little stab.
Yep, as soon as I see him go and stab Mira, I just crack down on the top of his head with my halberd. That is a 18 to hit, by the way.
Oof. I'm pretty
Right.
sure. Here, let me bring up his little sheet here. Yeah, you definitely hit him. How much damage you doing?
1d10 plus 3.
Oh,
1d10 plus 3.
That is a nice
Well,
9 damage.
oh, hold up. I forgot to do a spicy little thing.
I'm scared. Whenever the DM says spicy, that's
Okay.
nothing.
No, it wasn't even a spicy thing. I realized I read this wrong. So yeah, no, you knocked him out immediately. Lethal or non-lethal?
Lethal. That's a
Lethal.
No.
You crack his skull open quite handily. Yeah, we're gonna keep the music going though, just because you guys are in this encampment anyways. So yeah,
This was
you
supposed to be a non-lethal mission.
Guys,
We
you
put them all
immediately
in the car.
crack his skull. This guy is just he's dead.
if anyone asks, he was months behind on his taxes.
months. On that note,
Months.
put them all to the sword. God will save the righteous. Off we go.
Oh my god.
The fact that we killed a guy despite the guards saying, "Can you please not murder anyone?"
No, it's fine. It's fine. Tax dodger.
I think
they've avoided taxes.
They've been avoiding taxes for 12 years. That was
Doesn't make
negligible.
me feel better.
guys.
So as you guys,
The body.
No, we don't need to.
Yeah.
With the
put it in the barrel.
IRS. The IRS
Top
don't hide
left.
bodies.
Put it in the barrel.
And I tried to put the body in the barrel after.
you're small, but go for it.
He's small.
Give me
but strong.
give me a strength check.
A normal straight strength check. Okay,
Like since we're carrying.
19.
Oh my god.
You guys are rolling
Goblin.
so good. You basically are a little goblin. This guy's twice your size, but you like lift him up and chuck him. You make a perfect basket into that barrel. He is in.
Everything.
As you guys walk into this room, you see a lot of random miscellaneous just stuff in barrels. You see one that's cracked open. You can see a lot of hay in it. You expect that there's probably something else within there. You see that there's a lot of other crates within the room. Did you guys want to look at any of this stuff, or did you guys just want
I
to?
look in the crate that has the hay
I'd
in
like
it.
to look in this little corner.
While you guys are doing that, can I just crack the tops off of the clothes boxes with my halberd?
The clothes box. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You guys can just like kind of search this room. As you immediately kind of like start looking around. First off, when you open up that box that's open, you see down in the center a rock. At the very, it's just in the middle of the box, just a rock.
Maybe it is money.
I'm gonna touch it.
You touch it, immediately two googly eyes sprout out of it, and it like you could have sworn it almost shook when you picked it up.
What the hell?
Immediately it's like, hello.
God, is that you?
Kill it! Kill it!
Don't hurt it.
Did you throw the rock or something, or did you just like? What?
I'm just holding it.
You're just holding. So he's like, whoa, hello, I'm Jimmy. It's just this is a little rock named Jimmy, and that's he has googly eyes.
Jimmy.
He's like, did you need a friend?
Put Jimmy in the hay.
Yeah.
Demon!
It's been so long since I've been on adventures like this. Let's go. And he's like really just he's excited to go on a little adventure, I guess. He's
Oh my
just
god, Jimmy. He's
He's
so
bald.
precious.
He's so sweet.
Has Jimmy ever seen death?
Jimmy's seen lots of death.
I carry Jimmy over to the body in the barrel.
Ooh, I've seen something like this before.
Oh my god!
He lives in a bandit camp, I'm not surprised.
Oh
Don't
shit,
worry,
that's
Jimmy
true.
will console you. It's
No.
okay. That
Wait.
happens.
We don't need consoling. We did it. We're fine. We're
Oh,
grand.
this will be a fun adventure. Ooh.
Oh my god!
So it
Is there
seems like
anything in the
Jimmy is a sentient talking rock that just has googly eyes. That is
I put him in my bag.
literally it. That is his whole entire thing. And yeah,
Did
if you once you put him in your bag, you just hear like he's like
Did
still
that-
trying to like make random comments while you just stuff him in the bag.
Do the googly eyes move as if he was moving them, or do they move?
No, they are
like-
completely lifeless googly
Completely
eyes.
googly.
Oh my god.
They are googly eyes that are just sitting wherever gravity takes them.
Wow.
So
There's just a mad wizard somewhere, like in the middle of fucking Nesnea on a mountain. With
He's
some
just
sort of
making these
magic
things.
spell on this rock, and he's just watching through it completely high.
he's like, yo, dude. This is awesome, bro. Yeah, as you would also crack open the cases, Seefro, you would open up a crate and you would find just a crate full of sticks.
This is remarkably not druggy.
Wait,
They
They
hold
did
on,
say
hold
magic
on.
items.
Can I inspect the sticks?
I guess, yeah.
Like, can I
Wait.
just pick one up, maybe wave it around a little?
Yeah, I guess if you want to. If you also want to roll investigation.
Oh
It'd be
yeah,
like
no,
that.
that would help. That would
Is
probably
it-
be
Are
better.
you thinking it's magical?
One of these are ones.
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Arcana. Oh yeah, I got a +3. I'd like to make an Arcana check.
Okay, yeah. Make an Arcana check. Yeah, that works.
Oh shit, my dice fell off the table. 18.
Okay, doing an Arcana check. It's very hard to tell, but you can tell that it is magical. You just can't tell what it does. It is a lot of sticks. They all have the same magical property. You could tell that there's like a bit of an aura of magic on it. Using it does nothing. There's nothing to use with the stick. It is essentially just a stick, but with some kind of magical property that is unnoticeable at this point.
I'd like to pick one up and take one with me.
Okay, you just put it like in your bag.
I'd like to test a breaking one, see what it does.
You break it. There's 2 sticks now.
Okay. Because in
Yeah.
case of a red stick and you broke it and it just sort of screamed.
Put the sticks back together. Do they fuse?
I don't have any glue.
No, like, put them next to each other. Do they like fuse back? Do they? is it
Nope,
self-repairing
nothing
stick?
happens. They are literally just sticks.
I would
Sticks
like to
with some
crack
kind of
open this
property.
barrel. Is there nothing there, basically?
In that barrel here, 1 second. Let me get my list of items. Or maybe I can come up with one on the spot. Hey, you know what? This would be fun. You open it up and you see a pan, a saucepan.
I immediately spin and make a movement as if I was going to smash Brooklyyn around the head with it because he came up behind me and he spooked me.
Is it with the pan?
I'm just flailing it because he spooks me.
As you begin to flail it, you do notice something happen. It almost seems as if this pan was about to like accelerate your speed to hit this thing. Like you were about to like really go for like a hit.
Speed pan.
Is this a pan with a +3 to hit?
I hope not.
What?
May we roll
Why did
another
you-
Arcana check?
Is this a magic pan? If so, that's hilarious, and Mira is getting it.
Roll Arcana.
Alright.
Do it. Roll. Guess.
I'm gonna roll Arcana.
I got 4. I got 4
I got
in
15.
Arcana.
You got what?
15. 13 plus
15? 13 plus. You can tell this pan is definitely a little bit more accurate than other pans. That's as much as you can discern from it. Did you go through with the smack? Did you?
No,
You just like held it above their head and were like, cool pan.
Mira, I've got a pan. It's a really good at hitting pan. You might want to.
You guys are crazy.
What's a pan?
Cooking.
That doesn't matter. Just take the pan, hold it like this, and I show them how to hold the pan. And then
I-
if someone runs at you, swing it at them.
But
It's yours.
I
If
have a,
if they're an enemy.
I do have a sword.
Okay, but this is funnier.
Okay, that is true. The pan is a good second.
I put the pan on my head like it's a helmet.
I'll use my
Crazy
trusty
Dave.
so much
sponge pan.
better.
Oh my god, it's Crazy Dave.
Out of my
Alright,
Okay. Honestly, there's not much else that's different in this room. You can find like some other really lame items that you assume have magical properties, but most of them are like literally household items. Like one of them's a candle, but it looks like it's never been used, and there's like a whole entire case of them, and there's just a lighter that's a lot of lighters just like paired with them.
Wait, did you say there's lighters?
Like a light, like little match stick, yeah.
I'd like
Oh,
to
no.
try setting my magic in some way stick on fire.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Huh. You set it on fire easily. It's a match. You set it on fire. It kind of like scorches it. Now, these are like some pretty sturdy sticks. They seem like they were like recently live wood, is the way that I can describe it. So it doesn't exactly burn through it. It kind of scorches it, unless you're like really trying to make some kindling here to set it on fire.
I was just trying to see if it did anything immediately. Like maybe it's a.
I would like to take a box of matches with
No.
me.
No, yeah, sure. Absolutely. Go for it. Get a box of matches.
I'd like
Please
to
don't light the place
I'm
on fire.
going to extinguish my stick.
Next room.
Yeah. On into the next room. Hold up. You're going too quick.
I walk into the next room. I like to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Oh, I did the wrong thing. I didn't have the C. Okay, reveal areas. Boom.
Oh, what's that turn order?
That I don't know how I made this.
Just move it to
that
the
was
side.
accidental.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can move it to the side.
Get rid of that.
I see a combat room.
Immediately once you enter this room, all of them look at you. Everybody can roll initiative.
Okay.
Just like right off the bat. They all
Just
seem
use our-
hostile.
We can just reuse our initiative to speed it
Oh,
up.
dear,
So
I
then
just disconnected.
Yeah, we can just reuse them.
I'm gonna bulk roll for them, is what I'm gonna do. So I did just one roll that's gonna count for all of them. They're all gonna go basically in one turn is what's gonna happen.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And just thought I'd let you know they got that.
Oh, who got the better dex modifier?
Actually, hold up. That was my base roll, but I think they actually do have a modifier for bandits. They have a +1.
Okay,
Aw.
so they go first.
So they would actually all go first. The moment you guys enter this room, they all seem to like go towards you. Specifically the one who's closest to you guys. They have a bow and arrow. They were completely caught off guard, surprised. They didn't realize what was happening. And then they're like, oh, no.
Range attacking range in 5 feet.
yes. However, instead they basically pull out a knife because they weren't prepared. They barely even had their bow out. They saw you enter. They freaked out. They drop the crossbow. They pick up a knife, and they just go for a really weak stab. And they're going to attack. I realized I do this in the wrong order. I didn't say who was going to attack. Who's that in front of me with the red on them?
That's
I don't know.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyyn, you're gonna get a 12 to hit.
Ooh, that exactly makes it.
That exactly makes it. Wow. Okay. And then I'm gonna roll lower because this is just like a dagger. This is a.
It's just a D4.
Yep. They got a 3,
Ooh.
and that's what they've done. The one on the far side of the room is gonna go next, who has the other bow, and they're going to shoot immediately at Arthur. Arthur there.
Oh no.
Oh, I rolled and it landed diagonal. They're gonna do an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Plus nothing. Oh wait, actually 11 plus 3 to
That
hit.
does hit.
Oh.
I have an armor class of 13.
Oh my. They do 1d8 of damage. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Plus 1. Let's see. You only get 3 damage.
Good stuff, good stuff.
The
go
other
that way,
two spend their turn walking up to you. One of them walks specifically right up to you, Didysis.
Very nice.
Whichever, however. And then they walk. This one seems to keep his distance, kind of keeps back, and doesn't really do anything for his turn. This one does attack you. Here, I don't know if I can pin them with something. Do we have a... There isn't like a thing I can do. There, they're attacking. Boom, they have a little red dot. Surprise. What's your armor, Carlas?
It is 16.
Forget it, they rolled very low. They don't hit you. They go to do a little slash. They rolled a 4, so they go in to hit. They hit you, but they don't break your armor at all. It feels almost like they were weak. They were so weak you didn't feel it. They went tink. Nothing happened. It's now your guys' turn in order. The turn order is going to be Seefro. Wait, hold up. So it's Seefro, Tom. Wait, isn't that the one we did earlier?
Yeah,
we were just using them.
We're gonna use it again? Okay.
It's me, Amphi.
Mentioning us to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Is it okay if we go a bit longer? Are you guys okay going a bit longer?
Like a little bit.
Fine
Just
going a
not
bit
too
longer.
much. Don't worry.
We have bandits to kill.
I was gonna say, you guys are basically like clearing this out at this point. Like this is kind of like the main room. This combat's gonna happen. I'll describe what happens after. So in that case, Seefro, what do you do after getting a little tink on you?
After the little tink, as I said, I'm putting them all to the sword. Well, more specifically, a halberd with a 15 to hit.
Same thing. 15 to hit. That definitely hits. Yeah, what's the damage?
All right. 1d10 again. Oh, there goes my dice. That is 9 damage.
9 damage. Wow, you beat the crap out of him. Hold up while I put down something here. Okay. Yep, you damaged him up pretty good. So you did like a smack to the head?
Yep.
That smack to the head makes him stumble a bit. He is not down yet, though.
All right.
Next person's turn.
Hang on, I want to use my movement. And I'm going to take 2 opportunity attacks, but that's fine. I'm just going to kill Paladin. Go over here. Those two get a hit.
Wait, what?
Those two get a hit because I left their range.
Attack of opportunity.
You'd be correct. Yes. Specifically, I'm going to say the one that was on you is going to get the attack of opportunity. The other one wasn't really focused on you, so I'm going to give you basically benefit of the doubt on that one. And they don't hit. They just don't. They didn't. I tried.
Oh.
They really tried to. They rolled the same roll as before to try and hit you.
Oh my god.
So it is now going to be Tom's turn.
I'm just gonna stay here, but I'm gonna cast Song of Healing.
I don't think... has anybody been hurt yet?
I have. I took 3.
Oh, yeah, you guys did take 3. Okay.
Yeah, I just roll, I think, let me read. Understand you and the...
Here, I'll also read up on this here. Where is it at?
That's why the spell regain the number of hit points equal to a 1d4 plus your spellcast
Wait.
modifier. Okay, so creatures that can hear me in my in my native language can understand, or like they get to heal 1d4 plus 4.
Wait, where's your spells on this thing? Why do I feel dumb?
It's next to action on the bottom left. Or bottom right. But, yeah, let me check. Oh, hey, yo, this is gonna be epic. I'm gonna do it in Abyssal.
I actually understand that.
Oh my god, I can actually understand that.
Wait, can I understand that? I think we all can.
Did we all pick
Can we
Abyssal as our
understand
second
Abyssal?
language?
Everybody understands Abyssal. Okay, got it.
within 20 feet of me, people that can understand Abyssal get to heal 1d4 plus 4. So I roll a d4.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
It's +4. So
I mean, at this point, yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah,
just get max healing then at
The
that
thing
point.
is for me, I am on 6 out of 11.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
But for the other two, you guys hear it. You know Abyssal. Absolutely, you get the heal.
Yeah, I also got the heal. I rolled a 3.
Oh, okay.
And that's
That'd be
my
your turn. Yepers. Okay, it is now going to be QC's.
Okay, I just need to check how long the range is. This room's definitely within 120 feet, right?
I would hope
Yes.
so.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna get over here, as not to hurt Didysis.
I mean, this is more of like a 60 feet by like.
And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the guy in the top right of the room.
Okay, so you're just gonna like
That's,
blast.
1d20 plus 5.
And so I started blasting.
Does an 8 hit?
started blast.
No, that does not hit.
God damn.
You blast. The guy's the gal's shocked. She's like, "What the heck? What was that thing?"
I'm equally as shocked. I've never done this in my life before.
Miss an Eldritch Blast or do an Eldritch Blast?
Doing Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I'm just concerned I knew how to do that. I'm just looking at myself like, huh? What?
Okay, and that would take it to Voldy's turn.
I would like to try and shocking grasp the guy in front of me.
Okie dokie. Roll to hit.
17 plus 5, that's 22.
Damn.
Yeah, you definitely hit. What's the damage on that?
Alright, let me get the D8 out.
And which one specifically? The one right in front of you?
Yeah. That'd
Yeah.
be 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. And that's going to take them down to... Okay. And is that the end of your turn?
It would be, yes.
It is back to the bandits then. We're gonna go right back to this guy with the red dot, specifically. And he's going to actually walk over to you. And he's going to do a swing and attack. Does a 17, 18, 19 hit, actually. 19, wow.
Yes, it does.
3. Yeah, and then he's going to roll, because he has a good old sword.
Oh no.
Wow, I don't want to kill you guys on this first one.
You
But
won't.
geesh. 5.
5. Oh. I am now down to 5 health. I'm so glad I was healed last turn or I'd be on 2.
Yeah, these guys are some toughies. Man, and to think I was about to put more of them in here. Okay, and then the one who's closest to you, you get it. They are about to shoot you, but because you're too close, they take a good old step back before shooting, so that they can get some good old, good damage on you, because they understand how a bow and arrow works, and they do a good old ping. A good old ping? Sorry, I was pinged. Okay, sorry. Nothing important. 14 to hit.
Sounds fine to me, but I will point out, they were in 10 feet. My halberd has 10 feet reach. I got an attack of opportunity.
I mean, did they walk out of your... Wait, were they within your attack from there?
Yeah, that's 10 feet.
Oh, you'd be right. You know what? I'll take it. Yeah. They walk back. They do the shot, but you also get the attack of opportunity. I'll let it happen.
I rolled an 18. Well, a 13 plus 5.
Well, would this person do their attack first, or would you do your attack first?
I mean, technically, I do mine attack first, but
Yeah,
you do
because it's
yours.
attack. You can do yours then first. I want to see what happens, and then I'll roll for my damage here.
Nice. 5 damage plus 3, 8 damage.
Okay, yep, you damaged them, but they are not down yet.
That's fine by me.
Sorry, I gotta keep down what all their health is. And they are going to do only 3 damage. They keep on doing 3 damage consistently, though.
What did they roll?
Hmm?
What was the roll hit?
Oh, I thought you said that it was good. It was, I think, 14.
That does not hit.
That is not hit?
Nope.
Crap, your AC's like 18 or something, ain't it? Oh, 16.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Oh, man. Okay, so they took a step back and still took that damage. Man, so they are injured up. This person who is in front of you is going to... Here, I'm going to start highlighting them green so I can just refer to them by color. This is going to be way much easier. So green is going to attack in front of them and do just a little knife stab again. They're just going to go for it. They rolled an 18 to hit.
Yes.
And they are going to do only, I think, 1 damage. I'm doing the math there. Yeah, it was just 1 damage because there's a little knife stabby. And then this person, who originally was keeping back, is now also going to attack you. Because, well, everybody else seems to be covered by 1. And there's a missing person in his room. They don't know it, though. Mira's about to, like, jump out and do a surprise attack. But they actually have a full sword. They rolled a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah. And they only did actually 2 damage, though.
All right.
So overall, you only took 3 damage.
Yeah.
Consistent 3 damage across the board. It is now
It is now my turn.
Didysis's turn.
I'm going to climb up onto... That's the ruler. Climb up onto the middle of this table and cast a funky little spell. And how big is this room? That's not the ruler. Oh, the entire room is filled with bright light. From
The
my
whole room.
The whole room is filled with a bright, shining light from my helmet, and I'm going to shout out, drop your weapons, and maybe we won't have to see this through till there's...
What is that? Wait, would this be command, or what is this?
I've done a big spell, and I'm just using my free action to tell them to drop their weapons, else they're going to die.
What is the spell you did specifically?
I will DM you it.
Okay.
Prestidigitation.
It's kind of sus. What's the wait? What's the spell?
It's just a flashy spell.
Just name the spell.
Nah, I can't.
Why not?
You will see eventually.
That's kind of sus. Player's handbook it is.
There we are.
Here, one moment. Let me make sure I have the right thing here. Okay. Doing this spell, I'm gonna say, do you want to roll intimidation
Sure.
with it?
That is what's my plus?
What or something?
17.
17. Okay, yeah. Specifically, a few of them are very much like freaked out when you do this. And this one, who has been damaged up and is now out of your range, flees into the next room. They basically just like sprint, they're going to, at least on their next turn. They seem afraid. They're gonna be going. And I would say probably this one who's been in close combat, the green, is probably also looking very much afraid, like they're about to like get out of that room. They want to leave now. These other two, they seem a bit like locked right now. This one definitely afraid. This one, definitely afraid. But you can tell that these two are ready to run. This is the best I can do for you right now. They're
That's
all definitely a little bit prone, though. Like, the ones who were just like... This one specifically, the blue, blind. Because they were looking directly at you. They're going to be having some trouble. The other three, they weren't looking towards you.
That's fun.
If that's how I understand how the spell works. I mean, it doesn't really have like too much to it, so.
Yeah. We gotta wrap up in a minute as well.
Yes, we do.
We do.
However, you can't just daylight me out of here. We're gonna go real quick then. It's the next turn.
It's me.
Yes.
It's Mira.
I just move. Yeah.
Roll persuasion. Try and make these three surrender with your +5.
Oh, I want to do shit. I can move here, right?
Yeah. Yes, you could.
I want to hit the purple one with my long sword.
Roll to attack.
I yeah.
D20.
Yeah. A 21.
Oh, what's that damage?
This is slashing, because I want to do just a swoop.
Was that a nat 21 or like a nat 20? I mean.
I rolled a 16 plus 5.
You rolled a 16 plus 5.
I rolled
Okay,
a
yeah.
10 plus 3 for damage, so 13.
Oh my god.
That's a 13 damage.
Yes.
Okay, well,
My
you just
God.
killed them. They are immediately dead. Lethal kill. Going for the dead.
I don't, because I listen sometimes.
Okay, they're unconscious. You basically went for a non-lethal stab. How do you do it? Basically, is what I'm gonna ask. Also, like, how do you?
I'm a pull out of the neck of my guitar. I'm a pull like this sword, and it's just slashing across the torso.
That's so cool. You have the sword within the guitar. I love that.
That's
Okay.
Awesome, yeah.
So you go through with that. I think that's going to be the end of your turn, right?
I would like to just do a bardic inspiration on.
Are you able to? Do you have to?
It's
Actions?
bonus action.
bonus?
Bonus action.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then
Yeah.
on Arthur, then just yeah, bonus. Yeah, that's
Cool. Yeah.
my turn. Yeah.
That is absolutely allowed. Okay. So wait. So you did use bardic inspiration then?
As a bonus action.
Okay. So it's bonus action. A creature other than yourself within 60 feet that can hear you gains inspiration die of 1d6. Do you roll the 1d6 or does the other person roll the 1d6?
The person just adds it onto.
So who would you be giving that d6 to?
To Brooklyyn. To Brooklyyn, actually.
Brooklyyn, add that d6 to your next roll, I guess.
All right.
Little spicy thing that you get there. And speaking of, I believe... No, it's QC's turn.
I'm going to attack this guy in front of me with my hand axe.
Okay, roll to hit.
1 minute, we'll just get the stats up. I lost it somehow.
Oh,
1 minute.
felt.
Alright, hand axe. $14.
They're dead.
Wait, to hit? They just die immediately?
Trust me, whatever damage you do, they were 1 HP away.
It's 1d6 minus 1. There's a chance I could do nothing here.
Okay, give it a shot, but I mean, it's good. Oh gosh, I hope I'm not jinxing this.
They're dead.
They're dead. Yeah, they're dead. I was thinking, pretty sure they're dead. Lethal, non-lethal. How you killing them? How you putting them down?
You know,
Lethal.
we're already in too deep. Lethal.
Lethal. How do you do this?
I just kind of go straight for the jugular, straight for the neck with an axe.
Sliced.
Sliced.
They were
Oh my
so
God.
weak from already getting absolutely slashed up by Didysis that they're just down. They're down. right there, where they stand.
Jesus
You
Christ!
you
what
just
have I
killed a
done?
guy.
Sorry.
Now it would be Voldy's turn.
I'm gonna
Roll
continue to
Brooklyyn.
shocking grasp the green guy.
Roll to hit.
That's a unnatural 20.
Okay, yeah. We have spicy crits. You know, we have some buff crits, so that means you're gonna basically get like the max damage on that anyways. How much is that?
Let's see. It's
Are we using
1d8.
crunchy crits?
Hmm?
Are we using crunchy crits?
We are using crunchy crits.
So that's 1d8.
Ooh.
So that's 8 plus 1d8 plus.
They
whatever.
They are, yeah. It seems like you just shocked them within inches of their life. If you want to, you can choose a non-lethal or a lethal. I'm going to give you that option.
Yes, please, non-lethal.
Yes, please, non-lethal. Okay, so you shock them so much that they go unconscious. They are out. They are, yeah. And then it would be this archer's turn, who is absolutely terrified at this point, and they don't want to be part of this. They're out of your range, and they sprint out of your range even further. They are gone.